All right, this is Deanna Marie, and welcome back here to the Clusie. And today we are going to be talking about how you are going to not remember the former horrible things because life is getting ready to be so good. Let's get started right now. Okay, so we're going to be in Isaiah 65. Start with verse 17 and then go through 23. I'll give you a general overview of what I think God's trying to say, but again, always read the word, let him speak to you individually too, and be blessed by that. Okay, so what do I mean? In this verse, it says he's creating something new, okay? And the former things shall not be remembered or come to mind. Okay, what does that mean for you in your life? Some of you guys have been through some really traumatic, foul things, like people have done some really horrible things to you. Maybe you've lost, everything. Maybe you've lost money. Maybe you've lost stuff like that. God is getting ready to do a new thing, a new marriage, a new career, new money, whatever it is that happened before. Life is getting ready to be so good for you that you will not remember the foul things that happened to you. You're going to be like Joseph. Remember when Joseph in the beginning, when, he got sold into slavery and all of those things, and he was sad. He remembered all those foul things until God called him out of that prison and he stood before Pharaoh. He got moved up to basically being vice president of all of Egypt. And he didn't remember those bad things anymore. He said, God did this so that I could help other people. In fact, I can help the very people that tried to hurt me. That was his mindset, because you know why? His life was so good that it didn't matter about the past. All of that stuff became completely irrelevant. It was irrelevant because he saw God working in the entire situation, and he had a new life. He had a new marriage, kids, and he was basically vice president running a whole country. It didn't matter all of the foul stuff that happened when he was younger. It didn't even matter anymore, because that's how good his life was. Okay? And you're getting ready to rejoice and celebrate in all of this new stuff. And you're not going to remember any of the bad stuff before. Or if you do remember it, you're going to say, wow, I can see how God used that. Okay? Maybe I didn't want that to happen, but I can see how God took that, used it to make me a better person. And now I'm going to be over here and I'm going to be able to do what I need to do on this side. Okay, that's what that means. That's what the newness. And some of you guys, I talked to you guys yesterday about letting Vashti go. Some of you guys are hanging out onto people or the past, and you've got this death grip on it, and God can't move these new things. He can't give you this new life that he wants to give you because you're too busy looking back at Sodom and Gomorrah and thinking oh, that's what I want and that's what I'm supposed to have. And if you would just let go and let God, you would actually be able to see him do something pretty amazing in your life, and you too would forget the former things. You're going to forget. Some of you guys are talking to people that treat you like crap, and you're over here oh, they'll change. Well, maybe God doesn't want you in that situation. Maybe God wants a different person to come into the situation, but you're too busy staring at that person that you wouldn't even know if your new husband or your new wife walked into your life, because you're too busy thinking that it's this person and it's not even that person. How about that? How about that? But if you let go, God could send the right person in and you won't even think about that other person anymore. In fact, when they try to call you again or something else happens, because you're so happy in the new relationship that you're in, you won't even care. You're going to be it worked out the way it was supposed to work out because now I'm happy. And all of that bitterness, all that anger, all of that hate and hurt and pain goes completely away, just like it did for Joseph, because you let it go. You let it go and you let God move something else in, and he's able to heal you in certain ways. Some of the blessings that God wants to send you, they're going to actually help heal your heart and your hate and your bitterness. but you have to let the new stuff come in and stop looking at the past. Stop holding on to things that don't belong there. Let it go. And then when God sends all of this stuff in, you will not even care. You're not going to care what people say. Oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. You won't care. You know why? Because you know that God did it. You're going to be happy. He's going to show you who he is. And you're going to listen and you're going to have a whole new life. New life. I'm telling you. Joseph went from being like picked on, bullied as a child. Then he was fired for no reason. Then he was in prison for no reason, and he sat there for many years. But life turned so good. He didn't care anymore. And that's what God wants to do for you. You have to let the stuff go and look to the new. He wants to give you the new, but you have to be open to receiving the new, because it might not be always what you guys expect it to be. Okay, so anyways, like, share, subscribe, comment as always, and I will see you guys back here next time.